you guys are hanging out, and the evening of your third day there, Rickety's, a ship sails into the cove, and we see it stop, and you're hanging out, drinking a bunch of rum. We see old man Rickety climb onto his launch and row out to the ship, and after a while, the ship turns around and leaves. Rickety comes back. He passes by the little tavern as he comes back into his manor, sticks his head in and says, "Don't worry about that. Just some customers of mine stopping by. Didn't realize I was occupied. Nothing to be worried about."
Wasn't worried, boss man.
Excellent. And then he goes back into his office.
I don't know why you'd think we were worried. Just sitting here drinking. He's doing his business.
Yep. It's completely normal.
Well, unfortunately for you, you're not. He's had some other customers before you, so you gotta kind of make sure motherfuckers don't freak out over nothing.
Don't mind that ship that has the red and blue flashing lights and sirens. Just be cool, man. Be cool.
Space cops, baby Gax McGeezors. How stupid is your species?
All right, so you have a day there to pretty much do anything you need to do. If there's any mundane shit you still need to pick up, forgot to. There are a couple magic items in the store. Not very good ones.
I mean, if they have anything that's under 300 gold, I'll go peruse it and go, "This is really bad."
I don't even remember what the list was. I don't have it written down.
Yeah, I think the only thing that was under like 300 gold is already bought.
I think I want to say I thought there was one that was like a headband of intellect, but I don't remember, so I can't confirm it.
Let me look up my notes.
I mean, it goes above the purchasing limit of 2,500, but
45 gold. The jockstrap getting punched in the ass.
So, day 2 goes by. Towards the evening, you're sitting outside on a nice little bench, enjoying some random seafood grilled for dinner, along with your copious amounts of rum. You see Rickety's steward and resident druid, Chandra, hurrying inside his office. A little later that night, as you're hanging about doing your things, Rickety tracks you down. Says, "Captain Avon, I have a request of you, if you have a moment."
Oh, yes. I have plenty of moments for you. Word real quick. I had to get some notepads running.
yeah, take notes.
Hey, notepads. I hand jam this shit. I don't trust computers.
I use WordPad. I used to hand jam, but it takes too long to freaking write all the loot that I have to keep track of.
I just have a bad habit of my computer stopping, that whole working part.
I don't. This computer's a champion.
My computer's a champion. Now, sometimes I just have flat-out power outages. That's a different story.
I built him from the ground up. I clicked, yes, I would like this all over HP's website.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
All right, so you got your notes open?
Yeah.
All right, so Rickety's like, "Hey, man, it's a bit of a breach in protocol for me, but I ask your permission since you're the sitting customer here. I would like to invite the captain of the ship that entered the harbor earlier, the Siren Song, or the acting captain, since the captain fucking went up river. I'd like to invite the acting captain ashore. I need to ask some questions to get some information. You're more than welcome to attend if it piques your interest, but since you're the customer, I gotta ask your opinion on it.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
All right, I'll have someone come find you.
Woohoo! Free dinner. What?
You had me at hello.
Hello. Would you like? Yes.
I see you have a big gold exclamation mark above your head. I believe I will say yes to anything you say.
It's gonna be that fucking like that quest in Borderlands 2 where it fucking tell you to kill yourself. I'll give you some money if you kill yourself. Well, sure. All right, so Asher,
Yep.
day one after fucking Ragnar and them leaves, you're free to do whatever stuff you want. You guys are just anchored
All right.
outside the cove waiting.
I'm gonna brew some dick enlarging potions.
Sweet. Getting the Cialis business going.
Yeah, might as well. I have so many freaking cure lights now. I don't really need more. It's 25. 44. All right. But yeah, besides that, I guess I'm just waiting in line.
All right. So, day one passes, you brew potions. The crew does crew stuff. Day two rolls around, same thing. You have another free day to do pretty much whatever you need to do.
Is there actually any magic items of notes that I should that you remember?
Unfortunately, I think the list was on my other
Okay.
computer, and since that is dead, for some reason I didn't add it to the Roll20 entry.
That's fine. No worries. I'm not gonna pry for it then. I'll just keep making some potions and getting that going. I mean, I guess I'll be looking around and stuff since I'm, just floating out there. I don't think there's really anything of note, though.
Yeah, no, it's still hot. It's still watery. Get some pretty good fishing going, probably,
Yeah, fish for turtles, because I'm really good at that.
All right. Right before dusk, that second day, you see the launch Rickety uses to meet ships rowing towards you.
Yeah. Time for some target practice.
The initially starts approaching the siren song, and one of the sailors aboard the launch, signals that they want to meet with the captain.
They point at my ship,
and the crew of the siren point back at the witch's curse, and
I figured you approach the siren song. It's all the stupid catapults and shit that are set up on there, and there's no room to even get on the ship. Talk to Ragnar.
Well, you can see the pictures, man. Those catapults are for real.
I'm gonna have to look. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Open your eyes.
Yeah, that's literally the page you're on.
Well, it's all covered up.
Well, you can't really see anything because he's right now in the bilges. King of the bilge rats.
Hanging out with fucking Marcus. Alright. So Ricky climbers aboard. A couple of his guys. And you meet him out there on the deck. Says, Captain Asher. Good to see you're moving up in the world.
Yeah, I'm trying to climb the ladder and all that. What's up?
So, I like to have a word with you about your compatriots, Mr. Ragnar, and have some questions about his expedition into the jungle. Would you care to join us for
I
dinner?
would love to.
Excellent. Fucking, he heads back down to his launch. You join him, and you row back to
right.
the village. Any parting commands you want to give to your crew?
Actually, can I take a slippery cell along? All right, and
Sure, why not?
I'll put Scrimshaw in charge while I'm away.
Man, he didn't even mention that there are other cats.
You guys row back to shore. He leads the way into his into the commons manor there, and into his office. Syl takes a seat. Do you want her to go into the office with you? Or do you want her to hang outside?
She can hang out outside. That's fine. I don't think she really wants to be around with the chatting.
All right. Fair enough. She takes a seat down in the tavern, takes a mug of swill, and sharpens on her knives. So you enter the room, and you see just a wooden desk with a chair behind it. Pretty simple. You got a couple of windows, a bookshelf with a whole bunch of like parchment scrolls and stuff on there. Ricky takes a seat behind his desk, and not long after, Chandra, his steward, steward and druid together. Yeah, I'm so fucking clever.
Yep.
Walks in and fucking greets you, takes a seat. Bill, while you're out doing your thing, one of the workers comes up, says, "Captain, Mr. Rickety sent me to get you. Says you're welcome to come to his office now."
All right, just follow you.
Sweet. So he leads you to Commons. Points to the office. You walk in. Ricky's sitting behind his desk. Chandra's there, along with another woman, half elf. I'll let Brian describe himself.
I'm not half elf. I'm full elf.
Whatever. Pointy-eared fucks.
Fucking twiggers.
Let's see. Description. Young elf, female, long raven black hair, wearing a shoulderless leather dress, and seems to be carrying a lot of like pouches and things that seem to be for like components or alchemy vials and things like that. Also has a captain's hat. What a standard tricorn hat.
Nice. I'm going to comment on how nice the hat looks. Nice hat, fellow captain. Avon is average height, 5'11". Got skin the color of about like dark blue ocean, and surprise, dark blue hair, almost black, and spoiler alert, light blue eyes because he's on.
Do you have a fucking trident like this picture?
They're blue as fuck. No, he's not. He's not fucking Aquaman, all right? But it's the only like. So if you look up untied.
Yeah, there's not many. I completely understand.
It is gross. So it's like, well, this is the only blue guy I can find. So here we go.
It's all good.
Yeah, he's got a. What fucking. Oh my god.
Talk about the deity?
I'm failing. Yeah, he's got a you can see a gold necklace go tucked into his shirt. He's got some fancy looking scale mail on. He does not have a pirate's captain's
Right.
hat.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I have a heavy crossbow and a boarding pike as visible weapons.
Nice. I have a rapier and a light crossbow.
There we go. But yeah, I'll thank you, and I'm Captain Ashira. You are?
Oh, Captain Avon, and I will
Do the secret captain handshake.
Duh.
I'm all in. All right.
Wow, you look like your crew hates you for some reason and treats you like garbage.
Who, me? My crew loves me. I threw a fucking feast for them.
Well, not your crew. Not your crew, but I feel like you get...
I know what you're saying. You look like a minority.
Oh, you are.
I was also referring to myself, but yes. So much. You're a minority, I'm a minority. We should be friends.
There we go.
Ragnar would be so proud.
I
of
know,
you guys.
right?
I'm just so glad we went this far into a conversation without you going, man, you look a little blue, right?
Are you sick? Do you have a cold?
Are you cold?
why so blue?
I'm going to chop everybody into itsy bitsy pieces.
This is the best meeting ever. I have no complaints.
Ricky looks pleased. He's like, well, at least you guys are getting along well enough and not trying to murder each other off the back. It's always a good sign.
Something tells me you have bad news for us, though.
I mean, committing murder on somebody I don't know. So.
Ricky looked at Chandra. I was all right. So Chandra here noticed some things today. And this would be the second day, the end of the second day after Ragnar had left. So Chandra's like, I was out, in the jungle doing druid stuff, like watering trees, looking at animals, making sure, the jungle cats stay away from us. But notice that there's Bear Grylls, yeah.
Got bear in the name. Be a druid. Got drink my piss. It's a funny comment, Bear.
There's no point in me peeing this hole and sleeping in it, but it will gross out the audience and get me ratings.
Better drink my piss. Oh, good. Ragnar's here.
Ragnar says he just leaves a window open, and that's why he's always on Roll20, but I think he's just trying to get to terms that, Ragnar's life is kind of running out, and he's right now just he's looking at the screen and just stroking it.
He's spending quality time with it.
He's got his picture up. He's just stroking it. He's like, I'll save you somehow.
Right. So Chandra's like, shortly before dusk today, there's a sudden shift in the. She's looks around for a bit. The tension in the energy that kind of runs through nature. I don't know if you guys understand any of that stuff. But like there's like an undercurrent of fear running through the animals, that I've kind of run into tonight, and a lot of them are skittish. I even came across a full grown panther out in the jungle there, and it was incredibly unnerved and pretty much running in circles and totally. So for those of you who don't know nature, it's totally not normal. So okay, but so definitely something's definitely wrong. And really, the only thing that has changed since then is Captain Ragnar. His little expedition went up the river to speak with the Naga and investigate the drought. That much we know. Do you happen to know anything else about what's going on?
Well, let's see. You didn't really talk to me until the day of leaving Blood Cove to come back here. Said something about wanting to go to the jungle to... I think he mentioned something about a drought or something, looking into it. I thought it was pretty dumb to go into the jungle because we're pirates. So I just told him I wasn't going to go, and told him whatever information he kind of needed to figure out how to do jungle survival. And I'm pretty sure he ignored everything I told him. So I don't really know exactly what his purpose was, besides I'm assuming he was trying to do it to help you guys out, probably for some sort of deal that was probably not worth it.
Ricky laughs.
And I feel like a patriot might be too nice of a term at this point.
So Ragnar, Ricky waves a hand there. Ragnar did come to me the visit before, and asked if you could help with the drought in exchange for, some minor upgrades to the ship. And he told me he feels the drought is supernatural or not natural in occurrence.
I groan. And I literally groan.
he wanted to speak with the Naga about it. I referred him to Chandra, since she's the one who's always gone and been the go-between between us, and told him that I'm not going to give him any significant upgrades for what seems to be a completely natural phenomenon.
Hold on, can I interject here for a second? I'm sorry, but is this a meeting about how people don't understand how weather works, or?
There's a collective sigh from everybody involved in the room, and Ricky's like, that's what we're trying to figure out. So basically, there is a group of water Naga who live upriver, and they're a bit a bit of assholes sometimes, but they're, as their race or species is wont to be. Pretty much Chandra here will take a occasional tribute to them to keep them coming down here and harassing us. The previous owners of this house were nobles were Chelish nobles that ended up getting run off because they pissed off the Naga. So we don't want to have the same thing happen. But so for all we could tell is Captain Ragnar truly believed that the drought was some sort of foul magics or something on behalf of the Naga then, and he wanted to go talk with him. I told him I didn't care, sent him to Chandra. Chandra, what did you tell them? Chandra looks around. She's like, well, she asked me if the drought, or Ragnar asked me if the drought was supernatural, and I told him nothing I had noticed or seen led me to believe otherwise. He asked if the Naga could have been the cause, and I told him that the Naga weren't very well versed in magics pertaining to nature. While they were capable of, casting arcane magic and nature magic, two kind of different things, that. So, he seemed like he listened to me. He was like, "Oh, okay," gave the good nods and went about his business. So, but when he came back, they asked about where to find the Naga. They said they were taking tribute. We figured maybe they were just who knows. So, but yeah.
So Ragnar and whatever crew he took with him went north up the river 2 days ago, and now nature-y stuff is going wrong. That's pretty much what you're telling me.
I wouldn't say going wrong. There's just the animals themselves seem to be disquieted. And
has this ever happened before?
Not since we've been here. But that's not to say that something in the drought did, dislodge a large predator or something. Right. We're just trying to weigh our options. Right. I sent my hawk out to investigate, and once it gets back, I'll be able to know more.
Gotcha. So you're concerned about there might be some big predators out there that need to be dealt with or something?
Chandra looks like she's a bit reluctant to speak any further on that matter.
No worries.
Should you guys wish to press the issue, you could use influence to attempt it.
Fair back.
Guess that means it'll be me that'll do it.
Avon stares, slack jaw.
Alright, give me one moment. I'm making a lot more breaks in the video so I can avoid audio desync. I rolled horrible on influence, I only got a 19.
Right? Holy shit.
You suck.
You want to attempt to reroll that? Yeah.
Reroll my 7? Fine, why not? I'm just going to do it because I'm going to get lower now. I did get lower, I only got a 30.
Oh, geez, you jinxed yourself.
That's how I do it. That's how I beat Slippery Soul in an arm wrestling match. I said, man, I'm going to fail this so hard, and then rolled a natural 20.
What's the influence for?
Trying to pry information that she's reluctant to tell. Involving killing animals or possibly hunting down Ragnar.
Okay.
So, you pressed Chandra a little bit since she seemed hesitant to continue with her line of reasoning there. And after a few moments, she's like, all right, so, look, all I know is that those Naga have been here for centuries, probably. And from all of our interactions, I've kind of pieced things together, trading stories with some of them. It seems like there's some sort of guardians isn't a good word for it. Maybe caretakers. They're like the caretakers of some sort of ward, like some sort of protective magic that checked some evil in the jungle that they were very reluctant to speak on, to the point of where if I tried to press my luck and get them to reveal more, they would very unkindly
Hit you with magic missiles.
yeah, remove me from their presence. So most of the time with magic missiles.
I see.
So that's all I really know. I don't know what that means. I don't know anything else about that. It just, if something were to happen to the Naga.
If something were to happen to the Naga, whatever ward thing they are protecting is now free game.
Pretty much.
Wow.
So
that doesn't sound foreboding at all.
Unfortunately, I'm not very well versed in, non-nature related magic. So I really couldn't speak to, having seen anything around that area that actually would prove that.
Right.
Their tree house cave thing on the island. I never saw any sort of magic, in or about it other than themselves. So I take it with a grain of salt. They like stories. Sometimes they embellish stories. But it warrants second thought, right?
I understand.
So one and one plus another one is like 12 or something, and just trying to make sure that we're all good.
That is how math works.
Well, I'm gonna be here.
It is. Oh. It is if you study Common Core.
Well, in any case, I mean, I've been more than willing to help you guys out here at Rickety Squibs, and I'm gonna pretty much be stuck here until freaking Ragnar comes back from his expedition anyway. So, if anything is needed or shit does go down, I will be available. At least they'll give me something to do besides float out in the ocean.
Oh yeah, definitely. If we have any other clues about what's going on or any other news to pass on, we'll tell you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I'm already here for like another 4 days, so
putting racing stripes on your ship.
What's that?
Putting racing stripes on your ship.
Yeah, of course. Ready to go faster.
Yep. Put some speed holes in there too.
I think on the sea they're called hydration holes.
Hydration holes. If you fill the ship with the ocean, there's less ocean you have to travel through.
Boom.
I know, right? That's why I'm a captain and I have the hat.
Is it gay like Ragnar's?
Nope. It's the one I got from Sindara.
I already knew about it. That's why I don't need the hat. So.
Let's see. All right. So, Bill, did you put your starting hero points in?
There's a section for it in the core page.
All right. So, Ricky's like, well, thanks for coming in, Captain Ashera. That's pretty much all the questions I had. Trying to figure things out. You're welcome to help yourself to some dinner. Once you're finished, just head on down to the boathouse. Some of my guys will take you back out to your ship.
All right, thank you. It's always good to see you again. All right, Syl, they're done talking. You can eat now.
Syl stops, sharpening her knives and drinking swill and eats some fish. And it's like, all right, yeah, just let me know when we're ready to go. All these guys in here are terrified.
Good old Syl.
That's why I made her first mate. All right.
That is a consummate professional.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was nice meeting you, Captain Avon, and hopefully Captain Ragnar did not just, release Cthulhu. So, we'll find out soon.
Well, if he did, I guess we'll get to die together.
That'll get a whole lot of level ups.
Yeah, I mean, if we kill Cthulhu, I think we can retire.
But what you didn't know is Cthulhu was guarding another ward.
All
They
the
release
wars.
what could kill Cthulhu. That kills Cthulhu and releases something worse.
It's like what is that game, Eternal Darkness or whatever it's called.
Wait a minute. Somebody can kill Cthulhu? Oh, shit. I'm out. I'm done.
Well, you can die in Cthulhu Saves the World, and you play Cthulhu in that.
That's interesting.
It's it's a really good game, actually. It's just an RPG Maker game. Well, it's not RPG Maker, but it has similar graphics. Alright, yeah, I'll eat up. Spiff will devour the souls of the fish and stuff that was provided, and then we'll head back to our ship.
Alrighty.
So, they just didn't understand weather. Like, what's going on?
I honestly didn't really ask that far. I was not sure how to react to it.
That's what it sounded like to me.
But I'm confused. I thought you were the captain.
I'm a captain of the Witch's Curse, not the Siren Song. I just happened to tag along, mainly because it was profitable.
Oh.
How
profitable can it be if two people
I mean
know
that.
how weather works?
I mean that, and technically we were kind of in the same batch of people that forcibly drafted into a crew, and I suppose we've been on a few adventures up to this point.
Were they also weather related, or is
No.
this the first weather experience?
Well, we've experienced storms before,
Well,
but that's about it.
what sailor worth his metal hasn't?
I like that. Were they weather related?
How many weather encounters have you had? Wow, plus 22. I think Bonder's doing great.
Bonder's doing
Stealth.
average at best. He can do better.
Stealthing his fucking shiny metal ass off.
Jesus, he could roll to what? Oh my god. Holy fuck.
I miss all these side stories because now I get to cut them out.
Yes.
Making me do more work. Yay for 10-minute clips.
Goddamn right.
Sticks.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Nobody cuts that shit out.
I mean, we were literally talking about how, Cahoon was jerking it off in the sweatbox.
yeah.
And just letting it rip.
Bill, if you're ever on the Siren Song, stay out of the sweatbox. Like,
Yeah.
If someone tries to throw you in there, literally kill the person trying to throw you in there.
Any white paint you see is not paint.
Huh.
All right, so you guys go back to your ship.
Right.
Bill, you head off to do whatever. Is there anything else you want to do after that meeting?
Out in the bar again, listen to rumors, drinking quiet.
Woo! All right, you head back to the bar. Yeah, the rumor is there's some insane-looking woman in there licking her knives and staring everybody down and asking for money to not stab people.
Oh god, is train wreck there?
No. I leave slippery still in places, and she just comes back with money. All she really does is she just looks at him with a sinister look, and then holds up her knives and is like, "Want to buy a knife?" She's a really good salesman. I mean, I've taken ranks in merchant, but I can't keep up.
All right, so you guys round the night out. All right, next day comes around. You guys are hanging out again. You'll have the day to do whatever you want, so sure, you can make another potion or whatever.
Sounds good. More dick growing.
Sure, you're out on the deck of your ship,
All right.
ensuring that your crew is doing their business.
Floggings for everyone.
And, Avon, you're out walking around, trying to find out if Killian's figured out how to spellbook his spellbook. I already looked at your sheet yet again since I told you to change all that shit, so I have no idea if you've actually done it right. I'm just saying this.
I added the ones for prepared.
No, you find him asleep, and he has his head on the book, hoping like osmosis will filter the spells into his head.
Just like laying in a pile of poop or something that some fucking random peasant left.
My mouse just fucking died.
Session's amazing. I'll be fine if it's just day by day finding the progress of freaking Killian.
I'm about to say fuck it. I'm gonna go make a goddamn melee character.
You're almost there.
I'll be right back with another fighter. It takes him like 5
He's
minutes.
like flipping through his book, and he just gets
like, fuck.
he gets like a paper cut. He's like, "Fuck it! I'm gonna go get a sword."
He walks over to the corner, like fucking slams his head into a fucking wall, turns around, and goes, "I'm a fighter now."
He walks towards the blacksmith and throws his book in the trash as he enters.
Fuck this shit up.
Give me your pointiest stick.
Killian style.
That seems to be
I see you picked your languages. It's a shame that you didn't.
Ryan, shut up.
But it's so good. Equipment starting gold is 6,000. Your percentages for spinning limits are.
Man, he's very precise with his background.
I know, right? I look at this background and then I look at that picture and I'm like, yeah, that fits.
Profession, calculator.
I have to take a shit.
Well, don't die. That would be a shame.
Yep. Be a shame.
That would be
Bad?
a shame.
Alright, so day 3 of Captain Ragnar and Raziel are gone.
Alright.
They should be on their way back now.
Should be.
Assuming they didn't decide to go further or stay longer. No one will ever know.
Right. Until they show up.
So you guys are about doing your things. About midday. And like I said, Sherry, you're out on the deck.
Right.
You know, looking over your crew. Avon, you and Killian are watching Killian do Killian things. Or something
I'm gonna
else.
Scope out. Is there a church nearby?
No, there is not. Did Ragnar leave one of his shitty
No.
shrines to Besmara there, or did he take it?
I think he took it.
Okay. So there's no
Undeserved.
shrines or anything. Most of the shanties in this town are made of like driftwood and stuff, so a church really isn't their kind of thing since they're pretty much poor as fuck anyways.
Yeah, if you go to handouts, there's Rickety Squibs. If you click on it, it'll actually bring up the stuff. And the
Yeah,
population
I
is
saw it.
67, so that probably answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, but poor people in the deep south love churches. So
But they only like certain churches.
So you guys are out.
Lambs.
Yeah, those bastards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so midday, you guys are out and about. There's a sudden, like, distant kind of rush, like almost like a waterfall, and you guys turn to see a large cloud of flying animals of some sort, birds or whatnot, just taking off in a massive flock from deeper in the jungle and flying out to sea.
Giant wasp. I knew I should have made that shrine,
That's
shrine to freaking the wasp person.
So a huge flock of birds takes off out of the jungles, flies off into the distance. And that's it.
Oh boy.
So,
Spider wasps.
Spider wasp. It says web birds. Spider pigeons. So were they flying towards the coast or away?
they're just flying away.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll turn my attention towards Rickety Squibs and see if there's any activity, probably from the resident druid there. I'll use my spyglass / kaleidoscope and see if there's any activity over at Rickety Squibs.
Well, you guys, your ships are out around the little headland there, so you can't really
Gotcha.
see into the squibs itself.
Gotcha.
But all right, so you guys are hanging out. I'm like, man, that's a lot of birds. I hope those aren't wasps like last time. It's a pity Ragnar's not here to get stabbed a bunch to turn purple and not die.
Yeah, he needs the other types of poison. He already lost his con. He needs to lose Dex next.
And strength and int, and well, he never had any of that to begin with. So, aha!
Aha!
Aha.
All right. Now, shortly after that, Bill, you're grabbing some lunch. You're getting lunch, and you see Rickety stand about talking to a couple of his workers, and Chandra comes hurrying up, looking mildly distressed. We'll say Killian's nearby, so he has something to do too. You guys can roll perception.
I love to perceive. I got +2 sets. 26.
All right. So the both of you overhear her and Rickety speaking. She says her hawk was killed, and she fears something worse has happened now. She's going to investigate herself. And Ricky gives her like the nod. She turns, bucket, takes off towards the river.
Her hawk was killed. Ugh. Alright, I'll go talk to Rickety and ask him why she's heading towards the river about that.
Gives you a look of mild exasperation. He's like, apparently her pet hawk didn't make it, so she's going to see what she can find out on her own.
Oh, was it like out hunting, or is it doing messaging or something?
She'd sent it, yesterday to fly up the river and see if it could spot, Captain Ragnar and his party or find anything out. But so they're dead now. So,
oof.
Unfortunately, she can't see through its eyes. She was waiting for it to come back so it could, deliver its report to her. And animals and stuff. Fucking druids. But she says she senses that the bird is dead now, so she's gonna go see what she can find out.
All right. Say did it just happen?
He said probably happened earlier this morning.
Out of character, when was that time frame of that sound in the birds?
Midday, a little before midday-ish.
Okay, what time is it now?
Yeah, it's slightly after midday.
Oh, okay. So probably not related. Hmm.
All right, so the rest of the day passes without incident. Comes around to dusk. All right. So coming on towards dusk, you and Killian are eating dinner in the commons with several of the other crew members, and you hear some commotion from outside. And pretty much how the commons works, the house there's a central like atrium area. It has some like little shops set up and stuff. And then in the wings, the side wings, one is the tavern slash uh, cafeteria, and the other is rickety stuff. So you guys are in the cavern area, the cafeteria tavern area, and the door to the commons area bursts open, and Chandra staggers in, bloodied and exhausted.
Jesus. Or I guess.
run over to her and get her some water, get her some food.
Well, Vesmar, damn, what the fuck?
You guys approach. She fucking falls to one knee, breathing heavily, looks up at you as you approach, fucking says, "Get rickety."
Alright, I tell Killian to go get Rickety, and I'm gonna do a heal check on her.
All right. Most of her wounds seem to be superficial. The blood's just she either healed herself or
It's not
wasn't injured.
serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least walk her over to a chair or something. She's fucking
Alright, so-
collapsing in the doorway.
You get her into a chair, and Rickety comes rushing out, and he looks extremely concerned. He's like, "What's going on?" Chandra takes a deep breath. So the Naga are dead, slaughtered, all of them. Their home was burned. I saw Ragnar in a boat fleeing downriver. Most of his crew is gone. They're being chased by some sort of lizard men. I couldn't really tell. They're
Spoilers for Darren, I
like
guess.
Wait, what did I do?
And fortunately, on my way back, I saw a group of those same lizard men approaching us here. They're fast. Holy shit, they're fast. Oh. I got a little too close, and they got a good piece of me. I slowed them down a bit, but I think we're gonna have problems soon.
Did you get a count of how many were coming?
No. But it doesn't look pleasant. Rickety takes a moment, looks around, turns to you, Avon, goes, "Swimming's not finished on your ship, but it's far enough along. The ship is seaworthy. Get your crew together. We'll cut the ship loose. Get her out in the water for you."
Oh, all right then.
He turns and calls for some of his people over. Exchanges some words with them. They run off, start to do their thing. And then everybody starts to pretty much run around and shit starts happening. So you kick into the tavern, grab your crew. I don't know who your bosun or first mate or how you're gonna arrange your ship, but you tell one of them to aye captain and go off about their business.
Yeah, we'll just tell first mate to start whipping up the crew.
All right. They run off. Said, I'll have them all together right here for you, Captain.
All right.
Not a worry in the world.
Have them be sober enough.
All right, 15 minutes pass. All right, go ahead. What?
I wonder if one of my knowledges would tell me what runes the Naga are protecting or give us an idea. But I don't think it's really...
Geography?
History? Geography,
Yeah.
history.
All I have is religion and planes.
I've got all of them.
Oh, look at
Well,
the big brain
He
on
filled
Brad.
himself with book smarts instead of spell smarts.
Yeah. But with all
Hey,
those books, he still couldn't figure out how to spell book works.
So you said history, geography.
Yeah, you just pick one.
History is my highest.
Well, aren't you a goddamn motherfucker?
Just short. You needed a 30.
Oh,
So
damn.
I'm glad you-
while you're waiting for the crew to gather, you're sitting there leafing through your spell book like you're reading. And it clicks. You're like, oh man, we're just south of a portion of the mountains here, coming out of the Mwangi Expanse. And hold on. I'm gonna whisper this to you so you can tell it to people because that'll be more fun.
Oh, role playing.
Oh
Yay.
man, I can't wait to hear about the large hard-on collector.
That will never die.
No, I hope I'm old and senile and saying one of two things. Hard-on collector.
Yep.
It's Avon, right?
AVEN.
Okay. I just didn't want to call you Evan, or Oven, or Tevin.
Wait a
or
minute.
Heaven.
Avon's name isn't Evan.
Yeah.
It's Avon.
Yeah, just remember, every time you call me Oven or Evan, you get fucking lashes, so...
Daddy.
At least you give more reasons than freaking Ragnar when he gives lashes.
You woke me up last year.
I'm sorry. If you guys are letting him be in charge of lashings, you have failed.
He flogged a poor man who was trying to warn him about assassins coming onto his boat.
Did he really?
Yes.
No, he didn't. Shut up, Brian, you liar.
They had the fucking
Everybody
footage.
knows that.
And it was like so casual. He's like, give that dude flogging.
Yeah,
I'm going back.
he said it so casually too. You almost tricked him to do it to freaking Conkabar.
Brian, I'm so so sad I had to leave, and I'm sorry that real life took.
No,
took
the best
hold.
thing that happened was I was given my own ship. So I got to hang
I
out on
would have
that.
done that too. I would have done that too for you. I'm sorry that Ragnar was the only one left.
That was you got Ragnar and Raziel, the dynamic duo.
Exactly. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's like Dumb and Dumber trying to lead each other. Okay,
Hi, Darren.
not a
You
problem.
say that like I'm not here.
Oh, I know you're here. That's why I'm listening. That's why I said it.
I mean, you've also been listening to how much we've been trashing freaking Chris this entire time, so
Yeah.
so it's all good.
Okay.
Everybody's taking their turn. So far.
I used to raid with you, okay? I know how bad you are.